This year, for the first time in many decades, our senior citizens are not going to be seeing a cost of living increase. And I think in this very severe recession, that is unfortunate. And seniors in Vermont and around the country have told me that because of rising health care costs, because of rising energy and heat costs, because of rising prescription drug costs, all issues which seniors and disabled veterans are particularly prone to, that it is really unfair that they not get a COLA this year. I am very happy to inform you and our colleagues that President Obama, in his budget, has made it very clear that he understands the need for a $250 emergency payment to go out to over 55 million seniors, veterans, and the disabled. And I very much appreciate his support for this concept, and he is absolutely right. In these very difficult times, we cannot forget about some of the most vulnerable people in our society, a lot of lower-income seniors out there, just struggling, disabled veterans, disabled people in general. This amendment, which essentially does this year what we did last year in the stimulus package, would provide a one-time $250 payment. And this amendment has very widespread support all over this country. And let me just mention to you some of the organizations that are supporting it. The largest senior group in America is the AARP, and they are very vigorously supporting this concept. The American Legion and the Veterans of Foreign War are supporting this $250 payment. The National Committee to Preserve Social Security and Medicare are supporting it. The Disabled Veterans of America, DVA, are supporting it. The Older Women's League is supporting it. And many, many other organizations representing seniors, disabled people, and our veterans are supporting it. Madam President, this recession has forced more and more seniors out of the middle class and into poverty. In fact, according to a National Academy of Sciences formula, the poverty rate among Americans 65 and older is close to 19%, almost double the official poverty rate of 9.7%. And one of the problems that I have had in dealing with Social Security COLAs for many years, including when I was in the House, is I have long believed that it is an error, a statistical problem, that we lump everybody together when we formulate what a COLA is. If you lump everybody together, I think you can probably make the argument that there is no inflation. And in fact, in some instances, there is deflation. And we see that every day. Young people who go out and buy a laptop computer will probably pay less for that laptop today than they did a year ago. Prices may be going down. For widescreen TVs, prices may be going down. For many items that people buy, prices may be going down. But seniors have a different set of needs than ordinary Americans and that 16-year-old kids have. Seniors are much more dependent on prescription drugs. Cost of prescription drugs is going up. Seniors are much more dependent on health care. Cost of health care is going up. Seniors are dependent, at least in the Northeast, where I live, in Vermont, in keeping their homes warm. Cost of fuel has gone up. So I think if you take a hard look at the needs of seniors, the needs of people with disabilities, the needs of disabled veterans, you will find that they have seen increased costs over the year. And if we say to those folks, there is no COLA or Social Security, and we're not doing anything for you, they're really going to find themselves in substantially worse shape than they were last year. So, Madam President, I did just want to say that this amendment, as of now, is supported by Senator Dodd, Senator Gillibrand, Senator Leahy, Senator Whitehouse. We look forward to more support. This concept is in the president's budget, and the president has been very clear about the need to go forward with a $250 payment. This amendment that we'll be offering tomorrow is supported by the AARP, the American Legion, the Veterans of Foreign War, the National Committee to Protect Social Security and Medicare, the Disabled Veterans of America, Older Americans League, and many, many other organizations. So we will be offering an amendment which simply says we are not going to leave America's seniors out in the cold. We're not going to leave America's disabled veterans out in the cold. And while there is no COLA this year, we are at least going to do what we did last year and provide them with a $250 emergency payment. Not a whole lot of money in the great scheme of things, but trust me, having just met with seniors on Monday, a lot of seniors in this country today are finding it very difficult to feed themselves, to take care of their basic needs. And while this is not going to solve all of their problems by any means, it is going to help.